Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you tips and tricks to have a productive week. We have all been there where we set our mind to something and we tell ourselves we have to get things done, and then we not only not get it done, but we may even spiral even further and just really be in a funk. If you like videos like this about holistic health, lifestyle, tips and tricks, then please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. All right, so the first tip that I have for you is plan your week before it starts. Now this one's huge. This is something I started to do, honestly, like a month and a half ago. I know that's so crazy. I started doing it a month and a half ago, and I feel like it really relieved me of anxiety. And then also, instead of going day by day, playing things by ear, I actually felt like I had a schedule where even if I missed a few things, it was fine because at least I wasn't so scatterbrained. The way that I've started to do is actually on my laptop. I definitely utilize Google Drive. So Google Drive is one of my favorite things ever. And this is just kind of like a mock one just to show you all. But I have folders. I just write down whatever I have to write down, and whatever way makes the most sense for you, you can go ahead and do that. If you're not into that, then I definitely recommend getting a planner. This is actually not even like a daily planner, only because I like writing down things. For me specifically, I like really getting into detail. Sometimes I will actually schedule in my workouts, because even though for me, working out, having my smoothies, these are things I do regardless every single day. Sometimes planning it out, like, okay, Monday through Wednesday, get my workout in before 10 a.m. just gives me so much clarity, and I feel like it kind of gives you like an aerial view on your week as opposed to you being in the weeds. And I don't know, for me, it just clears up my mind, and setting certain times to do certain things really helps. All right, on the same topic of planning your week before the week starts, understand what you actually want to accomplish that week. So for example, I might know that I have a deadline that's in 3 weeks, but it might take 3 weeks to actually finish that project. So I'll make sure that I get like 1/3 of it done this week, the next third done the second week, and then finish it the third week. But if you have something that doesn't need your attention that week, it can wait a month, it can wait a few weeks, then I personally wouldn't add it for that week as a goal. Maybe you can put it, on the bottom of your planner and say, if I finish everything, then this is something I can touch. But really understand, what are you trying to accomplish that week? Writing down what you have to accomplish just hits next level. All right, the next thing I want to say is set real expectations. We have all been there where we tell ourselves that we're gonna wake up at 6 a.m., we're gonna meditate for 30 minutes, we're gonna have a smoothie, we're gonna work out for an hour and a half, then we're gonna take a 12-minute walk outside, we're gonna come in, we're gonna shower, and we really pinpoint minute by minute what we're gonna do. And honestly, some days that works for me, where I plan my day by the hour, but you have to be realistic with your time. If that's what you're doing for every single day, you're bound to slip up, or you're setting yourself up for failure, because that's not a realistic expectation. For you, you have to recognize, where does your energy lie? You have to recognize, how do you get fueled up? And then you have to recognize how to take all of those variables and realistically plan your week. That leads me into my next tip, and that is to include downtime, aka you time, when planning your week. A lot of times I feel like I've been culprit of, okay, I have to get like these 12 things done, okay? And because I have to get those 12 things done, that's all I focus on. But then I forget that I'm still a human, I still have needs, and I need to plan my downtime. Maybe setting 20 minutes on a Thursday night to do a mask, maybe setting time aside to watch TV. This is something that I definitely have started to do. I was always someone who would say, oh, I only watch TV shows, I don't have time for that kind of stuff. And when I tell you, no, like, you need to make time for things that you want to do. You have to incorporate your time when it comes to planning your week. You can't keep pouring your energy into projects and homework or whatever the case is, maybe even your job. If you're not fueling yourself, you're gonna end up being like an empty tank, and you're probably not gonna give everything your 100%, and that's what we want to avoid. Okay, this one is huge, and that is to pre-plan to lessen your distractions. So when you're planning your week, it's really, really important to understand what distracts you. So for example, one thing that distracts me is sleeping in late. Now, I know that might sound weird. You might be thinking, oh, but social media distracts me, watching TV distracts me. That might be your distraction. I personally don't have that. So recognize what distracts you and pre-plan to mitigate it. One of the things that I do to ensure that I'm waking up earlier in the morning is to tell myself that I have to finish my workout before noon. Because I know that I have to finish my workout before 12 p.m., me sleeping in is going to not allow that to happen. Now, let's say one of your distractions is your social media and your apps. There are timers, there are other apps, there are other things that you can do where you can literally set a timer where your phone says like, okay, you've been on social media for 30 minutes, like now it like locks you out of the app. This is really where accountability partners can really help you, especially like if you have, maybe you're always watching TV shows and you realize that that is like bleeding into time where you could be doing other things, and maybe you're using someone else's Netflix account, have them lock you out or have them change the password for the week and only give you the new password once you finish what you need to finish, what you want to accomplish for that week. If you have people that distract you, I definitely put my phone on do not disturb sometimes, or sometimes I just let calls go. Like if I know it's not urgent, to figure out when to, reach back out to. I don't know if this is necessarily a tip, but this is definitely something that I want to call out, and that is starting every single morning with gratitude. This is gonna sound so cliche, but I was never someone to write in a journal up until a couple months ago, and this is something that has been life-changing because I feel like as much as you plan out your week, you might have a schedule, you might know what you need to accomplish, sometimes you're just not in the mood. And I feel like the one thing that constantly helps me is thinking of things that I'm truly, truly thankful for and focusing on it, because I feel like that just shifts my energy overall. The way that this one is set up is you just write 3 things every single day that you are grateful for. And yeah, I just write 3 short sentences. If you want to write more and you want to journal more, then please do so. I want to get to that point. I actually started off only writing 3 words, but now I'm at the point where I write sentences. Sometimes no matter how many tips anyone else gives you, you're not feeling too good. And one of the things that's really helped me is to focus on what is good by putting that pen to the paper. When you're actually writing it out, you're forced to really think about it and be in the moment because you're writing the words down. I'm going to end this video on that beautiful note, and I hope that this was able to help you, and I hope that if you have a busy week ahead, congratulations. That means that you have a lot of things where people are depending on you on, that you are depending on yourself on, and that's honestly such a blessing in itself. And if you have a lighter week, then that's also amazing because you can maybe spend more time on yourself and do things that maybe you didn't have time to do before. So I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing week. Let's start it off strong. Let us serve ourselves. Let's understand what we need to accomplish, what really deserves our attention, and let's give it our attention. If you did like this video, then please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!